seaside community.
Igboho, appeal court set aside 20 billion naira judgment against DSS.
Ekweremadu, reform Egbesu boys to FG. We want our share of pipeline surveillance contact.
Joshua did his best against Usyk, says Hey.
Man U land Ajaz and Tony in its 81.3 million deal.
These and many more will come your way on today's edition of Headlines after this time out.
This is to inform the general public, especially those who intend to purchase the post-UTME screening application form for the National Diploma Program (ND) of the Osun State Polytechnic Ire for the 2022-2023 academic session. That the form is now available for sale at a sum of 2,000 naira only. Applicants are to log into ospoly.edu.ng and purchase the form with ATM of any bank. Interested applicants are expected to possess credit passes in English language, mathematics, and any other 3 subjects relevant to the proposed course of study in not more than 2 sittings. There will be oral screening later. For more information, log on to www.ospoly.edu.ng or call 0803 4007 555 090 550 63355 and 070 5960 6371. Announcer BM Salawu, Esquire Registrar.
Good morning and welcome to Wednesday's morning edition of Headlines from 104.5 FM, Ileawiye, Okebale, Oshogbo. My name is Adeyemi. Apodere with me on the program this morning is
Adini Kende. Good morning.
President Muhammadu Buhari has restated why his administration does not interfere in elections, telling governors of the All Progressive Congress in a meeting on Tuesday that it will allow Nigerians to vote whomever they want. Speaking at the meeting, which took place in his office at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, President Buhari assured that governing party will continue to bequeath strong political institutions that reflect their choices through non-interference in elections, citing outcome of polls in Ekiti, Anambra, and Osun State as indicators. The president noted that non-interference in elections gives credence to the political process, ensures participation and inclusiveness, and shows that the governing party respects the electorate. He said under his leadership, the APC will continue to respect Nigerians by ensuring that their vote counts and the people's voice matter in choosing political leaders at different levels. A statement issued by Femi Adesina, Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, quoted Buhari as saying, "I want Nigerians to know that we respect them, and for us to show that we will allow them to vote who they want." And this will be a talking point on your view segment. Today, the promise by Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari to ensure that people's vote counts as Nigerians prepares for the 2023 general elections, and when the time comes, a studio number will still be the contact, and the studio number is still 081-8777-5777. President Muhammadu Buhari says it will allow Nigerians to vote who they want.
And D'Amico Montessori International School, Cali. Oh yes, at D'Amico College of Health and Science and D'Amico Montessori International School, located at number 1 Old Ibadan Road, Ajebandele, Ile-Ife. We have a standard classrooms with unmatched staff and pupil ratio. We develop students' intelligence through caring and all-round focused training while making the learning style very inviting and innovative for holistic development. We run a global school with all-inclusive curriculum that prepare the students for global relevance. At D'Amico Schools, we have highly passionate and motivated 21st century educators, and there is also an opportunity of learning foreign languages, home away from home body system. There is also Hope Model College and Damiko Montessori Nursery and Primary Schools at Origo Ife North. Enroll your child for both primary and secondary education. The admission form can be obtained at Damiko Montessori International School, number 1, Old Ibadan Road, Ajibandele, Ile-Ife, or Damiko Educational Institute, Kilometer 2, Eda Road, Ile-Ife. You can visit our website www.damikoschools.ng.com or call 0803-721-8120. Damiko Schools. Admission is in progress.
Welcome back. The All Progressive Congress APC is an institution beyond any individual member. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has said. Sule made these remarks while speaking during a meeting with aspirants who contested for the party's ticket ahead of the 2023 general election. He noted that unity among stakeholders is paramount to winning in the forthcoming polls. The meeting comes few days after the Reconciliation Committee submitted its report to Governor Sule. At the meeting that was attended by aggrieved aspirants and party candidates for various positions, Sule urged them to work for the collective party interest rather than that of individual member. He particularly appealed to aspirants who felt aggrieved as a result of the last primaries of the party to mend fences in the spirit of reconciliation.
The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has promised to consider forming a government of national unity if elected in next year. He said this would douse the temperature, unite Nigerians, and pave the way for improved security. In a statement issued in Kano on Tuesday, he also explained that such government will improve the security, allows for investment, and therefore an improved economy. He said that that is the consideration of a government of national unity that will douse the temperature, unite Nigerians, and pave the way for improved security.
The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has said that for it to effectively prepare for the 2023 general election, it will involve in recruiting and training staff and managing the logistics for their deployment to 176,846 polling units spread across 8,809 electoral wards, 774 local government areas, and 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee Mr. Festus Okoye said this while inaugurating the Election Crisis Communication Team in Abuja. According to INEC, this is an indication to applying strategic approaches to ensure the printing and collection of PVCs by registered voters and replacing lost cards before the 2023 general election. Mr. Okoye described the Election Crisis Communication Team initiated by the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, as not only innovative and timely, but a perfect complement to the capacity of the Commission.
The International Committee of the Red Cross says more than 25,000 persons are missing in Nigeria as a result of the ongoing insurgency in the northeast region of the country. The head of the delegation of the ICRC, John Bonson, said this in addition to the over 2,000 cases of missing persons the organization registered after January 2021. He spoke at an event in Abuja to mark the 2022 International Day of the Disappeared, while noting that children are more vulnerable. Bonson said more than half of the missing persons registered in Northeast were minors at the time of their disappearance, adding that more than 14,000 of the victims of disappearance are children, representing over 50% of the total number.
The federal government has said it believes it has taken the right decision to hire private contractors to man its oil pipeline network nationwide. The Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Mele Kyari, disclosed this to journalists when he appeared at the 47th session of the State House briefing organized by the Presidential Communication Team at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Mr. Kyari argued that although the security agencies are doing their part, end-to-end pipeline surveillance will require the involvement of the private entities and community stakeholders. Fielding further questions on the contract, Mr. Kyari explained that although the federal government is not dealing directly with the former warlord, it has signed a contract with a company in which Tompolo has interests.
Your Leaders Academy, always a leader.
Thinking of where to get qualitative education for your child? Think of Global Leaders Academy. Our creche, nursery, primary, and secondary schools are established in tandem with global standards with qualified and experienced teachers. At Global Leaders Academy, we have state-of-the-art facilities such as comfortable hostel accommodation with maximum security, well-equipped science laboratory, school buses, adequately furnished library, and many more. Oh yes, worship centers are available to accommodate each student's preferred religion. We also take our students for excursion on a regular basis. These and many more reasons are why Global Leaders Academy has been a choice school for parents who desire qualitative education for their children. Visit us today at Global Leaders Academy, located at Plot 1AMB, Oroki Estate, Lameko Junction, Oshogbo, or call 0815-928-0037. At Global Leaders Academy, we are not led, we lead, and always a leader.
The federal government has summoned pro-chancellors and chairmen of the councils and the vice-chancellors of federal universities to Abuja for a review of the indefinite strike declared by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, is to meet with the pro-chancellors and vice-chancellors on September 6. The invitation letter to the pro-chancellors and chairmen of councils and the vice-chancellors from the National Universities Commission and signed by Deputy Executive Secretary Administration Chris Miyaki was entitled Industrial Action by University-Based Unions, Invitation to a Special Interactive Meeting with the Honorable Minister of Education. It has become necessary, according to the letter, for the governing councils and the management of the universities to be briefed on the decision and action taken by the federal government so far to allow the well-coordinated review of the situation, including building consensus around succeeding actions.
In the meantime, the federal government is set to reopen its church universities despite the insistence of the Academic Staff Union of Universities to continue its lingering industrial action. According to a report from the Federal Ministry of Education, the academic staff are not only set to workers in the university system, and since non-academic staff are ready to go back to work, the universities should no longer be shut. It was also gathered that at the meeting that the government will order the schools to be reopened and allow workers ready to work come back to their duty post. It will be recalled that on Monday, ASU insisted to continue its strike after holding a National Executive Council meeting in Abuja.
And the line is now open for your contributions on the subject under discourse today. The promise by Mr. President to ensure a free, fair, transparent election comes next year's general election, where vote of Nigerians who can't. And the studio number still remains 081-8777-5777. We have the first caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir.
Outstanding morning to you, sir.
Contributing.
You're welcome.
What I play is the heartwarming news coming from Mr. President. And if, like he has done in the Anambra and Osun State, if 2023 election will be this free and fair, is going to erase many atrocities committed by this government. And people will still give him some credit. Honestly speaking, I'm very happy to hear this, and I hope our money-hungry judges, the Judicial Commission, they will tell their judges to follow suit, not to give prevalent judgment that one can behead a judge. Okay, well, God bless you, coach.
Hello, good morning. Your name, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Victor calling from Ife. No retreat, no surrender. Nobody can put you can't be on emotion without an alert. Professor Yemi Osibajo know he wasn't governing this state well, because if he knows what he is doing, he will have cancelled or ruled out what being voting by INEC should be scrapped totally.
Let's limit our comment to the promise made by Mr. President, please. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, your name, please.
Hello?
You're home.
Good morning.
My contribution this one is that, first of all, I thought our president for that. Right from his military days, he will do it great. And the best thing for him is to fight his own infraction. And the only thing I fear in 2020 is that I don't know whether the media will try to consume of that result. But what happened in Anambra and also is a testimony that President Buhari is ready to do the right thing.
Hello, good morning. Your name, please.
Good morning, this is Studio.
Good morning.
The reason of the president that will allow to postpone to come is a very good political statement. This is what is expected of many Nigerians. If we can do this, people will be very happy, and that will reduce the apathy in the political circle. It is good. I only pray that God will allow the president to stay by that decision. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Your name, please. Hello? Hello? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Alaji Mufuta Wadeleki from Okibale. Kudos to our president. This is quite proper. Elections will be free and fair. This is democracy. And election is about choices. Nigerians should be allowed to choose their choice. Good morning.
Good morning. The Court of Appeal sitting in Ibadan has set aside the judgment given by Justice Ladiran Akintola of the Oyo State High Court sitting in Ibadan on September 17, 2021, which awarded the sum of 20 billion naira as damages to Yoruba self-determination activist Chief Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho, by the Department of State Services. Let's take this. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Dick. I'm calling from Ondo.
Your home, sir.
So, I know what Mr. President has said is good, and we thank God. But what we need is, who are those people who will be going to do the intelligent work for us? This is the people we need. The promise has been made, but we thank God will help us.
Amen. President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered the Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Dr. Abubakar Howdy, to put an end to the menace of oil theft and bunkering taking toll on the nation's economy. The NSCDC boss disclosed that more than 200 suspects had been arrested by the Corps in the last 1 year for alleged oil theft and illegal oil bunkering activities in some parts of the country.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name,
My
please.
name is Ademola Jagbe. I'm calling from Road Safety area of Sigumako.
Okay.
My contribution towards your discussion of today, as of the president, promising that we will not interfere with the electoral process, the welcome development. And we should start all other electoral, social policy electoral bodies to also follow suit, not to be particular in the aspect of these people who are voting for the opposition. Thank you.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, has disclosed that crude oil theft had become a widespread phenomenon involving all strata of the society, including religious, community leaders and government officials. He said the company has discovered that stolen products are warehoused in churches and mosques with the knowledge of all members of the society where the incident occurred. Speaking at the ministerial media briefing organized by the presidential communication team at the presidential villa Abuja on Tuesday, Kyari also said the entire network of pipelines for petroleum product distribution in the country have been shut down as a result of the activities of vandals.
In the meantime, the head of Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemi-Eson, has urged Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit across ministries, departments and agencies to consistently demonstrate commitment to the fight against corruption in the civil service. He said this while strengthening transparency and accountability in the execution of government policies and functions. Yemi-Eson, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary, Common Service Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Alhaji Yusuf Ibrahim Idris, made the call during the inauguration of the repositioned Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit in the office of the Civil Service Federation of Nigeria.
Let's look at the sporting arena. Anthony Joshua has come under a lot of criticism since his second loss to Alexander Usyk, but David Haye is in AJ's corner. Usyk put in yet another masterful boxing performance as he beat Joshua by split decision and then was overcome with emotion in the aftermath. Former heavyweight champion Haye, like Usyk, has experienced the leap from being a world cruiserweight champion to taking on the giant of the heavyweight division, so we know firsthand how impressive the Ukrainian's achievement was earlier this month. With that being said, in this case, he focused his praise more on the effort of Joshua, as he told reporters he couldn't have tried any harder. It was a 10-10 for effort.
Arsenal manager Michael Arteta has revealed midfielder Thomas Partey will be subjected to another scan to know the extent of his injury. The Ghanaian injured his thigh in training and missed the team's 2-1 Premier League win against Fulham last Saturday at the Emirates Stadium. The former Atletico Madrid star is set to miss another match on Wednesday, that is today, alongside Oleksandr Zinchenko, who is nursing a knee problem.
And finally, Bournemouth have sacked boss Scott Parker after Saturday's 9-0 defeat by Liverpool 4 games into the season. After the loss, Parker, 41, said he was not surprised and said the team was ill-equipped at the level. And on this note, we say bye on this morning edition of Headlines from 104.5 FM. Ileawi Okebale Oshogbo. It has been the do of Adeyemi Abodoni and
Adeniyi Kehinde.
The producer of the program is
Motorayo Ayegbayo,
while the production advisor is
Abimbola Babatunde.
Our colleagues will be around tomorrow morning for another edition of the program. From us here, we are saying good morning.
Morning.